Ladies and ugly men, welcome to Handsome Island. I'm Handsome Contreras, and this is Watch Me Make It, where I talk mindset, money, and real estate. And today we talking money, baby. We talking Billies. We talking the one and only Kanye to the aka Kanye West, NKA, right? Now known as Ye. And by the way, you Kim Kaniac, don't believe the hype. He didn't lose his billionaire status over no Adidas deal. The media just wants to feed your logicless, poor computing TMZ infested brain with whatever it can to save face. I know. Controversial subject, Contreras. Controversial human being, Contreras. Are you sure you want to do this? Oh, I'm 1,000% sure I want to do this. Disclaimer for all you little maniacs that are going to end up in the comments talking nonsense. Understand something about me. I don't belong to the left. I don't belong to the right. I belong to the light. You guessed it. The only leader I got is G.O.D. I don't care how that rubs you. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you believe in them or don't. Ain't my problem. What I will say is this. I don't discuss politics. I don't care for politics. Yes, do they exist? Of course. But I don't side with either side. If I belong to any party, it'll be independent. Know why? Because I'm an independent thinker. I like some conservative views. I like some liberal views. But they ain't all right. You know what I mean? I can't stick to one side because they don't all make sense. There are things on both that just ain't it to me. So, let's get right to it. Whether you like the man, despise the man, hate him, or you just don't care, you gotta respect him. I know y'all don't want to admit it, but you got to. The man made it to $1 billion when y'all thought he was silly. Alright? And Kanye West, Ye, ain't crazy. He's calculated. And he's been curating this plot from the very beginning. Let's take it back. I don't know if y'all remember about a decade ago when he sat with Sway, and Sway didn't have the answers. But guess what? Ye just admitted a few weeks ago that yes, Sway did have the answers. He realized, wow, I wasn't there at that time because he didn't have the capital at that time, nor did he have the pull at that time. He had to kind of like start from the bottom at that time to get into the fashion world. No one respected him. I remember that interview where he was talking about Gaga selling Polaroids and how he should be a fashion guy. And I'm just like, you silly goose. What do you know about fashion? Yo, you a producer turned rapper. No rapper turned producer, either or, man. I love the music, you know what I mean? And we were all laughing at him. How Sway? But Sway made a good comment. Sway said, yo, instead of going to these big wigs, why don't you take on the power and develop it yourself? Now, again, he didn't have the capital at the time nor the pull, so it didn't make sense to Kanye. But it's making sense now. Fast forward a few years later, I think it was like, 2016? And we were all laughing. Yeah, it was around the life of Pablo. We were all laughing at him when he's like, I'm $54 million in debt, or some kind of 50 million, I don't know. It was some crazy high number. And he was telling Zuckerberg to invest $1 billion in him. And people are like, Zuckerberg, you know, billion? You ain't got to get $1 billion, you gotta have like a $6 billion idea. And guess what he did? Just a few short years later, he gave himself to the Lord, and the Lord provided. He became that billionaire we mocked. He became that fashion icon we didn't believe he would be. Music-wise, y'all ain't touching him, and you know you ain't. Come on, man. You gotta admit, you may not like the man, but everyone for the last 20 years has been impacted one way or another by a Kanye West song. And I ain't here to argue about his facial features or here to turn atheists into believers, but I will say, Kanye is a genius. I apologize to him because I'm one of the people that, took a dump on him, man. When he was talking all that nonsense and the whole MAGA thing going on and all that stuff, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? I believed he was crazy. When they fed me that mental health story, which y'all still eating up, I believed he was crazy. Again, I don't side with everything he says. I don't 100% agree with anything or anyone for that matter. But you guys, yes, Clown Nation, that constantly tells people, hey, be yourself, have your own beliefs, you champion it. The moment a person that his whole thing has been just being him, going with his gut, going with his spirit, and when it aligns with what you want, it's okay. But the moment the man decides, yo, you know what though, I have some opposing views, like I kind of don't believe this, I don't believe that. Again, whether he's wrong or right, if y'all champion that whole authenticity thing and being yourself, how could you not champion when the man has opposing views? So we only accept people when they agree with the norm, right? Or they agree with the masses, or they agree with what we agree with. Yo, y'all can't eat. Come on, man. That's the most hypocritical thing on earth. Back to the point of this video. He's not crazy. Every time the man says some crazy, it's a mental health issue. He's not right. He's off his pills. Nah, he knows what he's saying and when he's saying it. Hence why I said he's not crazy. He's calculated. Pay attention. Adidas deal, Gap deal, Def Jam deal, all these different deals. People had their hands in his pot. He finally woke up. He got into that Billy mark and he's like, hold on a second. So I put out all this stuff and people eat off me. And again, I got nothing against distribution. People need to understand that. Like, if you don't got it and somebody can help you get there, go do that. But at one point or another, it's going to rub you the wrong way when you're like, yo, I'm the one bringing everything to the table here. Like, let's take a quick pause, man. And that's what ended up happening. Adidas would pirate his stuff at all times, create pretty much the same product that he had with them now. I don't know his contract. Hence why when he was talking all that nonsense about Adidas stealing my ideas and whatnot, I'm in my head like, okay, what did you sign, bro? I think that must have been part of the deal with the whole Gap thing, and then I don't know what he wanted to do and all this stuff. And all these people, again, with their hands in his pockets, calling the shots. And he's like, I'm the brand. I have the super fans. I have the cult following. Like my man Dan says, we're in this to build a cult following. We're not here to build cults. Don't get it twisted. Don't take my words and flip them around, render them, and make all your editing. Don't do it with me. I ain't the one, baby. These guys got a lot to lose. I don't. I will literally come for your neck for the smallest thing. That's just my nature. It's who I am. So he's like, I got it. I don't need these distribution channels anymore. But once you sign those contracts, there's no way out. So what better way to curate an exit than to wreak havoc, hit them in their pockets, say some wild things, which again, I repeat, I don't wholeheartedly agree with him. I do believe a lot of the stuff that he was saying, whether we like it or not, is factual. Maybe his word choices and his delivery might hit you the wrong way. I totally understand it. But to say that the man is out of his mind, you're out your mind. He said some things that he knew. Hey, Adidas would have to take action. Gap will have to take action. A bunch of people have to take action. And again, don't believe all the news. Like they say, oh, Def Jam cut ties with him. No, Def Jam used this moment as a launching pad to make themselves look like champions. His contract been over since Donda 2 dropped. They haven't re-signed anything. Why? Because he realized, I don't need your distribution. The game is over. I got distribution. The man is buying his own app. You want to take him off Twitter, IG? You want to do what you want? He's buying his own app. He's curating his own narrative. Adidas deal done. The man is buying his own shoe manufacturing company. Come on. When are you guys gonna wake up? Don't fall for the media hype. It's all hype. I know you're gonna light up my comments. I know you're gonna say I'm out of my mind. And you say, yeah, but what about this movement? What about that movement? Listen, man, everything he did ain't right, but a lot of what he did ain't wrong either. It just doesn't coincide with what you like. It doesn't coincide with a lot of shit that I believe, right? I ain't knocking him. Why? Because I'm a believer in free thinkers. I'm a believer in people setting their own path. I'm not a believer in causing issues and bringing harm upon others. I definitely am not. I'm not. But if the harm that you brought was a couple of words that were misconstrued and people take it how they want, I'm not with it, man. This is a baby generation. You guys are too soft, and you miss so many messages because of it. Keep watching. Keep watching. And I'm going to say this. I actually wouldn't be surprised if now that all these contracts are over and now that he's able to control all his stuff, he comes out the gate and says, yo, my bad. I apologize for all those comments. And guess what America's gonna do? You guessed it. You're gonna fall right in pocket again. You can't deny the man's genius. Someone on your team is rocking his shoes right now. That was his vision. Ladies and ugly men, open your minds. Be true free thinkers. Allow people to have the opinions they want to have. Everything doesn't have to be your way. Instead of letting emotion, I keep bringing this up, instead of letting emotion dictate how you think and how you move, what the media feeds you, understand the media is here to feed you fear, feed you separation. We can use it like this to get thoughts out, to have different beliefs, and then have conversations about it. It starts small. Don't lose your mind over what they tell you. Look into some of the facts. And by looking into the facts, you might find that you are right. But also, there aren't many absolutes in this world. Open your mind, man. Inner winter wiring starts with acceptance, with belief that people can have their own beliefs. Again, as long as it's not separated from reality, like I said before, 1 + 1 = 8, and you're just in another world. You can't mess with math. But yeah, man, I leave you with that message. I hope you all continue to follow. If you choose not to, it's okay. I promise you I won't take it personal. I understand that some people are not open to opposing views. It's okay. I still love you. God still loves you and always will. Remember, God is good, God is grand, and God is great. Stay favored. Yeah.